All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to get ourselves started here. Okay, I'd like to start by welcoming everyone to the Westland City Hall. For those that don't know me, my name is Jeff Jedrusik. I'm the Chief of Police of the Westland Police Department. Obviously, we get a huge turnout at events like this, support from the family, but not only the family, from representatives from the city. So I want to take a quick second to introduce some of the people that are with me here today. Representing the city of Westland with me is our mayor, Mayor William Wild. The man that will be administering the oath is our city clerk, Richard LeBlanc. We have council members here today with us. So we have Council President Jim Hart, Council Pro Tem Mike Landau, Councilman Jim Godbout, Councilman Mike McDermott, and Councilwoman Andrea Rakowski. Also, and Councilman, I'm sorry, I didn't see you sneak in, and Councilman Peter Herzberg is also here with us too. Sorry, Peter. Also, our judges from the 18th District Court are here with us today. We have Judge Sandra Cicerelli and Judge Mark McConnell is also here. Also from the city, we have our Personnel Director, Stephanie Field, is here. In our Police Fire Commissioners, we have Dewey Reeves and Bishop Luke McClendon. Mr. McClendon's right there. Commissioner Grant Allen sends his best, but he couldn't be here today. He's on vacation. So I kind of want to start just by saying that, these nights are special to us. We've got a lot of tradition here in the Westland Police Department. We've been a city and a police department for 55 years. We've had over 300 different men and women wear the Westland Police uniform. So we take a lot of pride in days where we can retire guys that have served full careers for us, and also welcome new officers to our family and promote some of the leadership from within our building. So today is kind of a unique situation. We're going to take an opportunity to recognize Deputy Chief Brian Miller for his years of service. And with Brian's retirement, it gives new leadership opportunities to some of our senior members. We're going to be promoting Officer Robert Schurig today to the rank of Sergeant, Sergeant Brian Humphreys today to the rank of Lieutenant, and then Lieutenant Richard Kummert to the rank of Deputy Chief. We're also going to be swearing in 2 new police officers and introducing 2 of our police service aides that are going to be hired as police officers and starting the police academy and to be future police officers. So I want to start by inviting up Deputy Chief Brian Miller to join me up here. So Brian started his law enforcement career with the Wayne County Sheriff's Department back in 1996. He was hired by Westland in 97. During his career with the police department, he's held many different assignments. As a police officer, he served as a field training officer. He was a motorcycle officer. He was a handgun instructor. As a sergeant, he oversaw our FTO program. While assigned to our detective bureau, he handled special victims crimes. He was a forensic computer examiner. He was also assigned to the Michigan Internet Crimes Task Force to protect the Children's Task Force. When Brian was promoted to lieutenant in 2012, he oversaw the transition of our dispatch center. There were 7 different public safety agencies that were a part of our center. We had the big transition from our 800 megahertz radio system to the new Michigan Public Safety Communication System, which was a very complex program that Brian was right in the middle of. Together with that program, we've improved the statewide communication for all those agencies that we served at that time. 2013, Brian was promoted to the Deputy Chief, at which time he led project after project with our department. There were so many to name, but I do want to point out a couple of the keys that he was a big piece of. Brian was a huge piece in our department's national accreditation with CALIA. He was big part of the renovation of our whole Westland Police Department. We put over $1 million worth of renovations into a police department, but while doing that, we had to maintain police services from not in that building. So we had to move our police department basically over to City Hall and operate computers and phones and everything from here while the building renovations were going on, and Brian was just a huge piece of, along with our IT department, of getting that done. Brian was huge in the implementation of our body-worn camera program. He modernized all of our police reporting systems. He's the creator of our transparency dashboard that's on the city's website. But not only that, our transparency dashboard was so good that all the other departments in Western Wayne County wanted theirs to be exactly like ours. So Brian stepped up and volunteered on basically putting that whole program together for most of Western Wayne County. And it's a fantastic transparency dashboard. If you haven't seen it, check out our website. Another big thing that Brian's been a huge part of with our department were all the other little things that were projects that went, kind of not so much attention. I mean, he was a big piece of our special needs open house, our youth academies, and our peer support teams as he worked hands-on with the officers that run those programs. I want to say, as a police department, this department has come a long, long way since 2013. As police chief, I receive a lot of credit all the time for the positive change, but the truth is, we couldn't have done any of it without the team that Brian and I put together, and I certainly couldn't have done any of it without Brian Miller as my deputy chief. He's one of the best deputy chiefs the chief could ever ask for, did an incredible job for our department. So for today, I just wanted to say that, I appreciate the work that you've done for the Westland Police Department, for the residents of Westland. I'm going to miss your partnership, I'm going to miss your friendship in the building, but I'm happy for you and your family and your new opportunities that are ahead. One of the traditions at our police department is the last day that a person works is we take down the flag, we have the honor guard folded up, and we put it into a case here for them. So today we're going to present Deputy Chief Miller with this flag that says, "Given in recognition for your years of dedicated service from October 20th, 1997 to September 16th, 2021. So. The next thing I want to say is that as a police chief, the highest award honor that I'm able to present is something that we call the Chief's Excellence Award. The Chief's Excellence Award, as I'm going to read the description here, is an award for outstanding contributions to law enforcement through the success of difficult police programs, projects, or situations, such contributions being made at a high degree of professional excellence, or for outstanding actions of a nature that bring unusual credit to the department and its members. It is to be presented to individuals or organizations who have supported the Westland Police Department or who have made significant contributions to the cause of law enforcement as it relates to the Westland Police Department. So for all of the work that Brian Miller did throughout his career, for all of his leadership, today I'm going to present Brian with the Chief's Excellence Award, and I want to give that to you here today too. Thank you. Give you an opportunity to say a couple words.
Sure. I just want to thank Chief Jed Ruzick for all the nice things he said. I really do appreciate it. One of the pieces of advice I would give to everybody, and today I think is a good day for that, is whenever you reach an important milestone, whether it's getting hired, getting promoted, or in my case, retiring, I think it's important to thank the people who got you there. So, just for today, I would like to do that. Obviously, my family, my parents, wouldn't have been possible without you. Internally, there's just too many people to name as individuals. Over a 25-year career, everybody's going to help you out in some way, shape, or form. You're going to learn something from everybody here. I will call out, though, Chief Jed Ruzick. 8 years is when I was deputy chief, and I've had the pleasure to work for Chief Jed Ruzick that whole time. I really could not imagine coming in to work for 8 years and working for somebody who I didn't have a great respect for, a great admiration for, and for somebody who I didn't think was leading this department where it needed to go. And Chief Jed Ruzick checks all those boxes. I appreciate it. It was great working for you. Same thing with Mayor Wild. He's been mayor the whole time that I've been deputy chief. You're kind of in a unique position as deputy chief. You get to sit in those meetings where a lot of the sausage is getting made and things are getting figured out. And just to kind of see the leadership that goes on behind the scenes is something that I really wish that the department as a whole could really see what goes on in the leadership that Chief Jed Ruzick and Mayor Wild have provided. Everything has always been in the best interest of the officers and the employees. So, thank you.
Thanks again, Brian. Incredible police career. Thank you. Thanks, Brian. Well, with his retirement, it provides new opportunities, so I'm going to start by inviting up Officer Emily Key. A little bit about Emily. She grew up in Howell and is a graduate of Kensington Woods High School. She attended the Lansing Community College with a focus on psychology and social work. She also attended the Henry Ford Community College for Criminal Justice. She attended the Washtenaw County Police Academy, where she graduated in September. And she has worked as a police service aide with our department since 2019, when she was then promoted to the trainer position. She was one of our police service aides that went through the academy, and she is now currently in our field training program. I'm going to give you an opportunity to introduce your friends and family here real quick.
All right, tonight I have my wife, Kimmy, and my new son, Eli, my mother-in-law, and my father-in-law, I believe, is here somewhere, my sister-in-law, and brother-in-law, and niece.
Mr. Clerk, would you? Mr. Clerk's going to administer your oath here. Did you want to have your wife step up?
So scooch that way a little bit. We want to make sure that for the photo, you get the flags and all that good stuff. All right. All set? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I
Emily Key,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
the Charter and ordinances of the City of Westland,
the Charter and ordinances of the City of Westland,
the rules and regulations of the Westland Police Department,
the rules and regulations of the Westland Police Department,
and to faithfully perform the duties of
and to faithfully perform the duties of
police officer
police officer
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, guys. Next, I'd like to invite up Officer Reed Zielinski. A little bit about Officer Zielinski. He is a lifelong resident of the city of Westland. He's a graduate from John Glenn High School in 2016. He attended Madonna University, where he studied criminal justice and played college baseball. He later transferred to Schoolcraft College, where he also studied criminal justice and graduated with an associate's degree. He was hired by the Detroit Police Department and graduated from their academy in October of 20. He was assigned to the 4th Precinct of the Detroit Police Department in the Southwest District before coming back to his roots here in Westland. So I want to welcome you and have you invite up introduce your friends and family.
All right. I have my family here, my mother and my stepfather. I have my uncle, my aunt, my grandparents all over here, my cousins, Bella, Paige, and then also my special lady and her father over there. And that's it.
Bring somebody up here to pin you.
And also my grandfather, sorry, I apologize.
Thank you. You all set? All right. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I
Reed Zielinski,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
the Charter and ordinances of the City of
the
Westland,
Charter and ordinances of the City of Westland,
the rules and regulations of the Westland Police
the rules
Department,
and regulations of the Westland Police Department,
and to faithfully perform the duties of
and to faithfully perform the duties of
police officer
police officer
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations and welcome aboard.
All right. Congratulations. Is this your grandfather right there sitting down?
Yeah.
All right. will say his grandfather was the first person here when we got here about an hour beforehand. He was sitting right in that seat ready to go, so he was obviously excited. Next, I'm going to have two gentlemen stand up. They're actually already standing up here in the back. These guys in the future will get their oath, but I want to take a minute to introduce them to the city of Westland and everyone in the room. So the Westland Police Department, as many of you know, have a police service aid program. What the program is it's an opportunity for us to hire younger adults that have an interest in law enforcement. We hire them, they work within our building for a minimum of 18 months, and then once they've proven to be good employees, we do a chief's exemption interview. From there, if we feel like they're good candidates to become police officers, we will give them what we call the chief's exemption, which allows them to take the civil service test along with the other candidates out there. And if they do well enough and they score well enough, we'll actually hire them on and put them through the academy. So today, I'm going to introduce the two police service aides that actually did exactly that. They've been hired by the Westland Police Department. They're going to be future police officers. We're going to put them through the academy here when the next academy starts for Wayne County Regional. But first, I want to introduce Mohammed Alzayadi. A little bit about Mohammed. He was born in a refugee camp in Saudi Arabia to two Iraqi parents. He moved to the United States 6 months after being born and grew up in Dearborn, Michigan. He's the third youngest out of 10 siblings. He's been a police service aide for 2 years, and he's been promoted to a trainer position in our department. He will be earning an associate's degree in criminal justice here soon in the next coming months as he prepares for the academy. So this is Mohammed Alzayadi right here. Next, I'd like to welcome and introduce police service aide Jackson Allison. He was born and raised in Redford, went to Redford Union High School, where he was a part of the National Honor Society and a varsity member of the swim team, baseball, soccer for all 4 years in high school. He graduated from Wayne State University with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and a minor in global studies. He's been working as a Westland Police Service aide since May of 2019, was also promoted to the position of trainer. Outside of work, he's a volunteer youth soccer coach. And we're looking forward to these two gentlemen starting the academy and being the next group of men sworn in here at the next ceremony we have. So welcome, guys. Next, I'd like to invite up Robert Schurig. A little bit about Robert. Robert grew up in Westland and is a graduate from John Glenn High School. He graduated from Schoolcraft College with an associate's degree in criminal justice. He was a Westland Police Explorer for 3 years before being hired as a Westland Police Service aide. He served as a police service aide for 3 years and then was hired by the Auburn Hills Police Department. Shortly after working in Auburn Hills, he decided to return back to his roots in Westland, was hired as a police officer in Westland in 2014. Robert has worked in the Traffic Bureau as an OWI specialist. In 2017 and in 2018, he received the Mothers Against Drunk Driving Outstanding Officer Award. This award is presented annually to the top OWI arresting officer in the state of Michigan. And then this past year, 2020, Robert's been selected as the Westland Police Officer of the Year. I'll give you an opportunity to introduce your friends and family.
Yeah, so my wife, Jennifer, my two daughters, my parents, my in-laws, my grandparents, my aunt, and my cousin.
Switch that way a little bit. Let's wait for the boss to get up here. Yeah. All right. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I
I, Robert Sherig,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
the Charter and ordinances of the City of Westland,
the Charter and ordinances of the City of Westland,
the rules and regulations of the Westland Police Department,
the rules and regulations of the Westland Police Department,
and to faithfully perform the duties of
and to faithfully perform the duties of
Police Sergeant
Police Sergeant
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Do you know how it goes back to green? So I would red. Get a little better. Thank you.
Congratulations. Still working.
Okay. your sergeant have a hard time pinning on the badge, or what? All right. Next, I'd like to invite up Brian Humphrey. A little bit about Brian Humphrey. Brian is a graduate of the Macomb County Police Academy. He holds an associate's degree in business management and a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. As a patrolman, he was a field training officer, and he was also our 2009 Westland Police Officer of the Year. In 2019, Brian was promoted to the rank of sergeant. Brian's been in our detective bureau and second in command supervisor of detective bureau since 2014. And once promoted to lieutenant, he's going to continue on his role as the commander of our detective bureau. Brian, I'm going to give you the opportunity to introduce your friends and family.
Thank you. My wife, Tammy, come on up. Daughter, Savannah, and future brother or son-in-law, Noah.
Thank you. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I
I, Brian Humphrey,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
the Charter and ordinances of the City of Westland,
the Charter and ordinances of the City of Westland,
the rules and regulations of the Westland Police Department,
the rules and regulations of the Westland Police Department,
and to faithfully perform the duties of
and to faithfully perform the duties of
Police Lieutenant
Police Lieutenant
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
All right, congratulations, Brian. All right, finally, Richard Kummert, come on up. Introducing Richard Kummert. Rich is a graduate of the Wayne County Regional Police Academy. He holds an associate's degree in criminal justice. He's graduating from the Eastern Michigan University of School of Police Staff and Command. He's been with the Westland Police Department since 1997. Since then has held numerous roles, including detective, SWAT team member, firearms instructor, sniper instructor. He's been the president of LSA. And in preparation for Deputy Chief Miller's retirement, he's been working in the role of Deputy Chief now for the past couple of months, preparing for all the mountains of things that are on his desk. But Rich has been doing an outstanding job filling it already, and we're excited to have him. Rich, give you the opportunity to introduce your friends and family.
The first two rows are being taken over by my family, my wife Stacy, my mother Cecilia, my brother-in-law Tim, Chandra, my children Isabella and Nolan, my mother-in-law Mary Sullivan. Stacy.
Thank you. Please repeat after me. I
I, Richard Kummert,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
the Charter and ordinances of the City of Westland,
the Charter and ordinances of the City of Westland,
the rules and regulations of the Westland Police Department,
the rules and regulations of the Westland Police Department,
and to faithfully perform the duties of
and to faithfully perform the duties of
Deputy Police Chief
Deputy Police Chief
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
All right. Congratulations. Anybody that knows Rich is never short for words, so he wanted to say a couple of things while he was up here.
No, I don't, but I will. I'd just like to thank a lot of people in the room here, the mayor for giving me this opportunity. I've had a lot of opportunity as president of the command union to work with different people in the city, and I got to say working with the mayor has been a pleasure, working with members of city council on different things. Thank the police chief for having some faith in my ability, and thank you for a lot of the guys that are here that have worked for me and have definitely made me look good at times when their own work shined through. So I appreciate the faith, and I look forward to this new career.
All right, man, congratulations. So a couple final words for me, and then I'm going to turn it over to the mayor to close out the evening for us. But I want to thank everyone for coming. Obviously, you know, guys like the deputy chief and the supervisors coming up, we got some big shoes to fill with the absence of Deputy Chief Miller, but appreciate everything you've done. These guys are going to jump right into it. I think everyone's excited for the new leadership opportunities, and I welcome the new officers to our department. Like I said, we have a big group of people here because law enforcement is a tight family, and we welcome the new hires to our family. We're going to look out for them. We're going to take care of them. We're going to train them. We're going to make sure that they've got everything they need to be successful in their career. So I want to welcome everybody. Thank the guys. Thank you, Brian Miller. And Mayor, I'm going to have you close it out for us here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you all for coming out tonight. We had a big turnout here tonight. We were at a lot of moving pieces. It was nice to have a chance to recognize retiring Deputy Chief Brian Miller for his work for the department and for the community over these years. Brian, I had a chance to work with you on a lot of different things, but I appreciate your work on CALEA. I appreciate your work on getting the body camera program instituted, the work we did at the police station. Unfortunately, you're not going to be here for the next phase. We still have one more phase over there to do. But also making that transition from the dispatch from Westland to Dearborn, which wasn't as easy as you guys made it look. A lot of work went into that. And then the transparency page. You know, one of the things I appreciated about you, Brian, was more and more we're using data for policing, and that was something that was your passion. I think you taught all of us a lot about data. You're kind of that sabermetrics guy for the police department, and we're going to miss you. So keep up the good work, whatever you do. I know you're going to excel at whatever you do, but thank you for what you did for our community. We're a better community by having you spend 24 years with us. Thank you. And Brian's retirement, as Chief Judge Ruzick said, creates opportunity, and I think all of us are excited to see the new Deputy Chief Richard Kummert in his new role. He's excelled at everything that he's been asked to do in his career, and I know that this will be another thing that you'll be able to help our community with. So I look forward to working with you. You've got a great relationship with just about everybody in the room. Everybody respects you, so I know you're going to do good things for the community. We've got some. Got a lot of talent moving up through the ranks. Brian Humphrey, Robert Schurig. Robert Schurig's a Westland guy, a John Glenn Rocket. We appreciate that. But both Brian and Robert, I know you're going to do good in your new roles. There's opportunity here for leadership, and that's one thing you see with the city of Westland. The agency is, as you hire in here, there's a lot of opportunity. So it's exciting to watch you guys advance in your careers. Our new hires, Reed, another longtime Westland resident, John Glenn Rocket. So you're keeping that John Glenn blood working in the city. I appreciate that. A lot of other people here graduated from John Glenn too. And then the PSA program to the new individuals that will be sworn in here shortly. We welcome you both. You're doing a great job already. We know you're going to make great officers. And I think both of you are just an example that this PSA program works in the city of Westland. It's helped us identify these two talented young men. It's helped us diversify our workforce. And we actually saw a former PSA get promoted tonight to sergeant. So it's a program that works. And I appreciate your leadership and keeping that program going, Chief. And to the families of our new hires, welcome to the city of Westland. You're part of the team too. Your sons and daughters are hiring into one of the finest agencies in the country. I think it's the best agency in the state of Michigan. We work hard every single day to improve this agency, and while we're not perfect, when we mess up, we make things right, and we learn from it, and we continue to improve. You're coming into a community that respects our law enforcement. The mayor, the city council, the clerk, the judges, we're all here tonight. We support our police officers. The city of Westland supports you, and welcome to the team. Thank you.
All right, thank you, everyone. We're going to do some pictures, so everybody that was hired or promoted, if you don't mind grabbing your hats and stepping up, we're going to take some pictures real quick. And anyone else can feel free to snap them, but what we are going to do is the city, they do a great job of taking a bunch of real nice pictures, and we'll make sure everyone gets copies of them that got promoted or got hired in today. So